Welcome to Speaking History. Today, we uncover the chilling legacy of Genghis Khan and the untold stories of the women captured during his conquests. From uniting tribes to ruling a vast empire, his reign was powerful and ruthless. Let's dive into the hidden truths of life under the Mongol Empire. Genghis Khan's unconventional power and relationships. Genghis Khan, born in 1162, remains one of history's greatest conquerors. His forces carved out the vast Mongol Empire, the largest land empire the world has ever known. Beyond his military genius, he led a complex personal life, marked by 6 wives and over 500 concubines. In fact, his genetic legacy is still evident, with studies estimating that about 16 million men, 0.5% of the global male population, are descendants of Genghis Khan. But the methods behind this lineage reveal a brutal system built on power, force, and exploitation. Wherever his army conquered, it carried out mass killings and plunder with ruthless efficiency, sparing almost no one except select women who would be sent to Genghis Khan himself. So, how did he treat these women? The brutal rise of Genghis Khan, from outcast to emperor. Genghis Khan, originally named Temujin, rose from a troubled childhood to become the formidable leader we know. He was born into a minor tribe, and after his father, a chieftain, was poisoned by a rival, Temujin was abandoned with his family, forced to survive alone. Through sheer resilience and strategic acumen, he eventually built a following based on loyalty and skill, not bloodlines. He was not only a military prodigy, but a visionary, restructuring Mongol society to unify the fragmented tribes under his banner. One pivotal moment was his marriage to Berta, a politically strategic union with the daughter of a neighboring tribal leader. Yet their happiness was short-lived, as Berta was soon kidnapped by a rival tribe. Temujin, driven by rage, launched a rescue mission, winning Berta back. This act of loyalty set the tone for his rule as he gradually reshaped traditional Mongol loyalty from clan ties to skill and allegiance, creating an army of fierce loyalty. Conquest and captivity. The fate of captured women. For many women captured during Mongol raids, life changed drastically. Conquered cities meant broken societies, and women became spoils of war, often severed from their homes forever. The women's fates varied. Some were taken as wives by high-ranking warriors, gaining a degree of security but losing freedom, while others were forced into servitude, subjected to harsh labor, and vulnerable to sexual violence. Some women became enslaved and sold along the Silk Road, disappearing into distant corners of Asia. However, for those women deemed exceptionally beautiful, a different fate awaited them. They were taken directly to Genghis Khan. This wasn't merely for pleasure. Genghis used these relationships as tools of psychological warfare. By claiming the wives and daughters of his enemies, he believed he was transferring their ruler's strength to himself, a powerful belief that spiritually devastated his opponents and made his image even more fearsome. Not only did Genghis Khan enforce physical dominance, but he also employed psychological tactics against his enemies. He believed that by violating the women of rival leaders, he would transfer their power and status onto himself, inflicting emotional ruin upon his enemies long after the battle was won. This strategic psychological edge terrified his enemies, securing his reputation as a ruler who conquered not only with the sword, but with fear and psychological warfare. Women's legacy in Mongol society, privileges, and power. While captured, women faced horrifying treatment. Mongol women enjoyed remarkable rights compared to other societies of the time. They rejected practices like veiling and foot binding, participating actively in public life, sports, and sometimes even warfare. Genghis Khan's daughters-in-law held respected titles, often overseeing significant households and lands. Mongol women could inherit property and manage families independently if widowed. Interestingly, intimacy in Mongol society often saw women taking the lead, a concept unfamiliar in many other parts of the world. A famous example was Kulun, a female wrestler and Genghis Khan's descendant, who famously refused to marry any suitor who couldn't match her in strength. She wagered 100 horses each time she wrestled a suitor, and, over time, amassed a large herd. This was not only a display of her strength, but also an indication of the freedom Mongol women possessed. The beauty tax, Genghis Khan's most desired women. After each conquest, Genghis would ask his commanders to present the most beautiful women from the newly conquered territories. He favored women with particular features: small noses, rounded hips, long hair, and beautiful voices. If a woman's beauty didn't meet his high standards, she was gifted to his officers instead. Genghis didn't only conquer by force, he also used marriage as a diplomatic tool. He married women from various tribes and gave others to his commanders to secure alliances, preserving his empire through carefully chosen relationships. For instance, when he conquered the Tangut, he married Chaka, the daughter of the clan leader. And when the Jin dynasty in China surrendered, they offered him one of the emperor's daughters to solidify peace. Managing his wives and the empire. Genghis Khan provided his wives with special camps known as ordos, where they managed day-to-day affairs, including overseeing concubines and children. His imperial guard, the kashig, protected these camps and ensured his wives' security. Whenever Genghis embarked on military campaigns, he usually took only one wife with him, while the others remained to manage the empire in his absence. This balance between his personal relationships and governance showcased a unique blend of personal indulgence with a strategic mind. He leveraged his relationships to strengthen his empire and maintain stability. Genghis Khan's secrets to longevity. Once, Genghis Khan sought advice from a Taoist monk reputed to be over 300 years old. The monk suggested he give up hunting, intimate relations, and taxing Taoist monks to achieve longevity. Genghis Khan only agreed to one part of the advice, not to burden Taoist monks with taxes. Although notorious for his conquests and indulgence in personal relationships, Genghis Khan had a surprisingly disciplined side, particularly regarding his health and governance practices. He occasionally practiced self-discipline, balancing his indulgences with strict routines that kept him physically resilient, which might have contributed to his longevity and leadership strength. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with more intriguing stories. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you.